Hi everyone, and this is a quick video just to let you know how I'm going on with Mountain Lion. It's still running A-OK 4 or 5 days later. Today, by the way, my hardware is a Z77 DS3H motherboard using a UEFI BIOS, using 16 gigabytes of Sandy Bridge. Let me just think what it is now. You know, I ain't got a clue. I'm using 16 gig of it anyway. I think it's, what do we call it now? Memory. It's not Kingston, it's the other one. I can't find the, it might actually be Kingston. Oh no, Kingston HyperX. That's it, Kingston HyperX. At last, we'll get there. 16 gig of Kingston HyperX. i5-2500K processor, which is running nicely at 3.8 gigahertz, and it's running lovely on the core temperatures. It's automatically clocked on its own. I've not touched it in the BIOS. I just told it I enable the Intel Turbo technology and enable the XMP profile for the RAM. And it seems to be running A-OK. I'm running the Gigabyte GTX 560 Ti, which has sorted all the graphic problems. It still doesn't go to sleep properly. There's no graphic glitches. It actually goes to sleep, but the computer doesn't actually turn off. And it comes back on when you waggle your mouse, but the case isn't going off. Now, to be honest, that could be down to maybe it's down to the SSDT file that I've put in from Multibeast. But I'm not bothered about sleep mode, me anyway. I don't give a shit. As long as my computer runs great. I will tell you that I've managed to format today, not because there was anything wrong. I was absolutely delighted the way it's ran. So I thought, right, I'll try run RAID. And I don't even see it here, but I've now got a Macintosh RAID drive, which I'm booting from. And it's two OCZ Vertex 3 120GB drives. The 240 gig, and I've used 20 gig. And it seems to be fair, just generally browsing round, it doesn't really seem a great deal quicker. But I know that when I'm editing big HD video files and big RAW files, that I'll benefit from having the RAID. I'm only getting about 760 meg on the read speed, when I'm sure on a fresh install I should get more than that. But I don't know if it's the benchmark I'm using. I'm using one from the App Store, which is here. Where is it? Where are we? There it is. That's the one I'm using. So I don't know how good it is. And yeah, it's absolutely running great. If anybody would like a tutorial on how to do RAID, to be honest, I followed somebody else's on YouTube, and it absolutely did the trick. It's not for the faint-hearted. You've got to have another hard drive spare to install onto, and then you create your RAID with your two SSDs once you've installed, and then you copy it across, your install across, and you've got to put a load of commands in. To be fair, it's not that hard. You've just got to be careful and make sure you don't miss anything. It can take about 10 or 15 minutes messing about, but then it works, and now I'm booted up in RAID. opencl was going really easy on the GTX 560 Ti. As you can see, bang, it just goes. Click on it and escape. 300, that's actually quite low. I usually get 380. What's going on? Yeah, so opencl works, and all I had to do to get opencl working was, if you've followed my other guide for the 550 Ti, it's the exact same thing, but when I restarted, once Mountain Lion had installed, my computer came straight on. I just typed PCI root UID equals 0, and it came straight on, whereas with the 550 Ti, I had to put loads of commands in as well, like /x/v PCI root UID equals 0 graphic. And if you remember, if you've watched the video, you'll know that. But with the GTX Gigabyte 560 Ti, it were PCI root UID equals 0, got to the installer, installed on the restart, type PCI root UID equals 0 again, and bang, you're in the installer. Install your Multibeast, 2-minute job, and you're up and working. I did have to copy to get opencl working. All I had to do was I'll just go here, RAID stuff. I'll just have a look at this here. No, that's not it. I had to put this command in here. That's it. And I put that in. No messing around editing kicks. I don't like that. And bang, my opencl just works straight off the bat. So yeah, Mountain Lion running sweet as a nut and on RAID now. I've told you my hardware. If you are going to build a Hackintosh and you need an hand, I'll help you. But bearing in mind, if you get the same board, the chances are there's nothing wrong with your board, but your graphics card for Mountain Lion, you have to really be careful on what you buy. I mean, a GTX 560 Ti is a bit expensive, I know that, so you'd have to really do your own work on. I mean, I've heard that the 640 Kelper card is a good card, and it's only about 100 quid. And it's meant to work off the bat, same as it's not as good as the GTX 560 Ti, but it'll still do most Macintosh's users. Absolutely fantastic. I'll just open Adobe After Effects. And show you. Oh no, I don't really have to do that. No, it's okay. Yeah, so that's this video. I hope it helps. This is probably going to be my last video on Mountain Lion. It seems to be running stable now. I'm happy with it. I'd say sometimes you get little spurts where it just runs a little slow for a second, but that could be just down to anything. I have installed Tuxtra for my dump drive so I can read and write to an NTFS drive, look. And sometimes I hear that making a crunch, and it might be just that spinning up that just pauses the computer for a second. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe.